Hey, Vikings Nation, are you ready for something huge? Because what I'm about to tell you could put the Minnesota Vikings and the entire state of Minnesota right in the center of the football universe. And trust me, this one has big implications for the future of the franchise and the fan base. We're talking about the possibility of the 2028 NFL Draft landing in Minneapolis. Yeah, you heard that right. A historic moment that could finally put the Vikings on the map in a way we've never seen before. But here's the real question. Is this dream actually realistic? Or is this just another near-miss moment for Vikings fans? Stick with me because this story has layers, strategy, and a whole lot of pride on the line. The buzz started when Minnesota officials officially submitted a bid to host the 2028 NFL Draft. This isn't just talk. This is a real, structured move backed by serious planning and powerful names. And at the center of it all is Vikings owner Mark Wilf, who made it crystal clear. He believes Minneapolis has a legit shot at winning this bid. That confidence alone is already turning heads across the league. But Vikings fans, we've been here before with big expectations. So the question becomes, what makes this time different? Let's break it down. The plan isn't just about hosting the draft. It's about transforming the entire city into a football festival. The iconic US Bank Stadium would serve as the foundation of the event. And if you've ever seen it lit up on game day, you know it can handle the spotlight. But it doesn't stop there. The Mall of America and the Vikings headquarters in Eagan are also part of the proposal. This isn't just an event. It's a full-on Vikings takeover across Minnesota. And that's exactly what the NFL loves: scale, energy, and fan engagement. The bigger the spectacle, the better. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The funding for this bid is coming largely from corporate power. We're talking about major CEOs from companies like US Bank, Ecolab, and Medtronic teaming up with the Wilf family to push this vision forward. That's a serious lineup of financial and business muscle, and it sends a message to the NFL that Minnesota is not playing around. But let's talk numbers for a second, because hosting an NFL draft isn't cheap. For example, Green Bay reportedly needed around $7.5 million to prepare for the 2025 draft, covering infrastructure, promotion, and logistics. Minnesota hasn't revealed its exact budget yet, and that mystery could be a key factor in whether this bid succeeds or falls short. And here's something Vikings fans might not like hearing. Every other NFC North team has already hosted the draft. Chicago did it twice. Detroit had its moment. Green Bay got its spotlight. And the Vikings? Still waiting. That alone adds pressure because this isn't just about hosting an event. It's about catching up and proving Minnesota belongs in that elite group. But let's be real. Minneapolis has already proven it can handle massive events. We're talking about the Super Bowl in 2018, the Final Four in 2019, the X Games, and even major WWE events like SummerSlam. So the infrastructure? Check. The experience? Check. The fan passion? You already know that's off the charts. And then there's the scale of the NFL draft itself. This isn't just a selection process anymore. It's become one of the biggest spectacles in sports, drawing hundreds of thousands of fans from all over the country. Last year alone, more than 600,000 people showed up in Green Bay. Think about that, 600,000 fans. Imagine that energy in Minneapolis, with Vikings fans leading the charge. That's a different level of atmosphere. Now let's talk timing. The 2026 draft is set for Pittsburgh, and 2027 heads to Washington, D.C. So 2028 is wide open, and Minnesota is aiming straight for that window. But competition will be fierce. Other cities will be bidding hard, bringing their own visions and financial backing. So the Vikings and Minnesota officials have to deliver something that stands out. And that's where Mark Wilf's confidence becomes crucial. He's not just hoping. He's actively working with league officials to make this happen. That kind of direct involvement can make a huge difference when decisions are being made behind closed doors. Still, Vikings fans know nothing is guaranteed until it's official. And that uncertainty? That's what makes the story so intense. Because if Minnesota lands this, it's not just a win for the organization. It's a win for every single Vikings fan who's been waiting to see their team get the recognition it deserves. Picture it. Draft night, thousands of fans in purple and gold, the spotlight on Minneapolis, and the Vikings front and center. That's more than an event. That's a statement. But if the bid falls short, it's another reminder of how competitive the NFL landscape really is. And that's why this moment matters so much right now. So let me ask you, Vikings Nation, do you think Minneapolis can pull this off? Do you believe the Minnesota Vikings deserve to host the 2028 NFL Draft? Or do you think the league will go in another direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take on this. And if you're fired up about the future of the Vikings and want more updates like this, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Vikings fan you know. Because trust me, if this happens, we're going to be talking about it for a long time. SKOL.